Nameless, anonymous.
Kind of chronicling my adventures with my first tube amplifier, the Egnater Vengeance.
Da 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 da.
And yeah, you know what? I just noticed that it says Egnater on the back, so this is a really old set of tubes. Voila! First AG. Alright, this is gonna be a long, arduous process. I'll be back. Alright, so I finished installing the preamp section. I'm gonna go ahead and start installing the power tubes. Now this is the part where I'm gonna have to be really careful. Don't want to set these in there the wrong way. And most certainly, I'll see now. At least they had the courtesy this time to put them in a paper wrapping where I couldn't accidentally grab them from the wrong end. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Man, that thing looks beautiful. Look at this. Oh yeah. Can't wait to install that in 10 seconds. Alright, I'll see you guys in 2 seconds. Or 10 seconds. Problem. There are 2 pins missing from this motherfucker. There are no pinholes missing from this motherfucker. Now, oh, I see it now. Okay, there is a little slot in the center there that's going to help me guide this thing in the right way. So, never mind. Crisis averted. One last tube. I have made a massive mess down there, by the way. Alright, I believe they're in there all the way. So, now it's time for the fun part. What this is a multimeter. Now, if you haven't used these before, it's pretty much measures and tests different types of electrical readings. Yeah, so I'm not going to walk you through the whole thing, but I would suggest making sure that you, as a guitarist, have one of these, because it always can come in handy for different things. So make sure you read up on them before turn them on, though, and figure out how this should work. Now, here comes the fun part. I'm gonna have to plug this motherfucker in, and I'm going to adjust the knobs so that the volume is all the way down, so we can't hear any feedback. But I will have to put this in very high power. So just give me 2 seconds while I set this up for testing. Okay, so you will notice that the tubes have a little light in them. They're starting to glow, so that's a good sign. Means I installed them correctly and they are warming up. Now, where I'm sitting, it does look like 2 and 3 are channel 2. They look a little warmer than anything else, but I really don't know. I really couldn't tell you. I might be wrong, talking out of my ass, so who knows. Anyway, got my multimeter. I'm going to go ahead and take it off of standby and put it into high power. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take point A, we'll call this point A, and put it in the center point here, where it says common or negative. There you go, it's the negative part. It's like a car battery type. Then take the second point, fucking put it in test point 1. Alright, this is for tube 1 and 4. I remember from the manual, I'm supposed to bias this differently for JJ tubes. However, I have forgotten what that was, so just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna pull that shit up right fast. Here it is. I hope you can't see all the porn I've got. Oh, nope, that's not it. And, oh, here it is. Okay, so for 6L6 tubes. Yep, for 6L6 tubes, 60 millivolts to 70 millivolts. So I'm gonna go ahead and play the safe ground and go to 65. Right, so I'm gonna set this thing to 200 M or millivolts. Right, and now here you can see I'm at 74 and some change. Right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull out a flathead screwdriver. Now, if you don't already have them as a guitarist or musician in general, if you don't already have simple hand tools, you should get some. Not only means that you can work on shit outside of your music stuff, but it means that you can really get into all the nitty-gritties of your job as a musician, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and stick my flathead screwdriver in the adjustment knob here, and I'm gonna dial this back to 65. Okay. That's tricky because it seems to be fluctuating quite a bit. Alright, I'm at 65 now. Well, yeah, 65. And 64-ish, right? Gonna take it out of point 1 and put it in point 2. 65. Look at that. How pretty. Okay. Now, here's the fun part, right? Now I gotta fucking test to make sure that all of this actually works. Here today, you will find whether or not I did this correctly. And I'll be back in a second with this plugged in, so to see if we can hear any sag in this signal. Alright, so all I've really done is flipped this motherfucker around so that you can hear me and you can hear it. So it's not really recording quality, but we will see if it's still experiencing some problems. I'm gonna put it on 60 watt mode, and hopefully it holds out. Alright. Here's our clean section. Alright, so far, no signal sag or degradation or anything like that on the clean channel. I did have to boost the gain just a little bit. I'm still learning how to use this fucking thing, especially now that it's probably working how it's supposed to. Yeah. So as you can hear, there is no problems with this signal at all. It is a little noisy. Maybe I've got a loose cable somewhere. Channel switch. Channel 2. No massive dips in the signal. I'm going to put the gain up at 9, volume at 9, and master volume is already at 9. So, here's the moment of truth. What does it sound like? So that's the signal with everything at the fucking 12 o'clock, except for the gain at 9 and the volume at 9. I'm gonna bring the volume down just a tad bit. So like, I will note, already sounds pretty hard, and the gain's not even up to its full potential. So let's see how far we can drive this thing before it starts to degrade. You know what? I'm not getting those pops anymore from the signal. I'm not getting that shit that I was hearing adjusting the gain knob. So maybe I don't need to get in here and solder anything at all. After all, I was really hoping for that. So that's good news. That sounds really good, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in standby now. Cut out all the noise. Whoops. Obviously, the tone would still be dialed in just a little bit better, as is with most things. But, and I've still got to figure out where that background noise is coming from, right? The source of that shit. I feel like it's unnatural. I feel like it really shouldn't be there, omnipresent the way it is. I mean, the moment I turn this thing off of standby, it's there, and it's always there. So usually you have to turn up the gain a little bit to get that kind of feedback, but I mean, there's not even a signal going through it, and it's already got that shit. I will figure out what that is. I will cut that out of my signal. If I have to pull out the motherboard and fucking fiddle around with shit, I'm hoping that whoever owned it before me, and before the gentleman that had it before me, hoping that they didn't just erroneously start playing through that bad signal, just thinking, hey, it'll go away, or, you know, it's really not that bad. Because if they did, then that means that they caused some irreparable damage to this amplifier. And I might have to go in there and do some fucking tiny hands fixing. So there's really nothing more that I can show you guys at this point. This is about as far as I've gone, and I gotta tell you, that signal sounds fucking amazing. Both of them, both signals. Obviously, tighten them up and everything for the tone, but it sounds good. And that's really what matters here, right? It sounds good, and it's gonna allow me to experiment a little bit more with how I do things on stage and recording and whatnot. So, that's all I have for you. Thank you very much for watching this incredibly long fucking video. That's what I'm going to title it as. It's just really long tube video. Alright? So, you guys have yourself a nice day, and I hope to see some of you guys in Kentucky, or at least watching the live stream. So, doodles.
The